I'm Sean McClellan, and I love Smashburger.
I'm Hannah Broxmar, and I also love Smashburger.
Hey,
I'm Sid, and I've got your What Is That?
I'm Finn Corcoran-Doolin with your week in Mepham Sports.
I'm Riley Freed with my last first around campus.
I'm Cumulonimbus Charles with your weekend weather.
These are the BMB morning announcements for Friday, September 16th. Woo!
Good morning, Mepham. Today is Friday, September 16th, day 4. Please rise for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Hey, Hannah, are you nervous for back to school night next Thursday?
No.
And really? You're like not worried about your parents meeting with your teachers and talking about you and explaining secrets and whatnot?
Sean, you realize that back to school night is when teachers tell your parents about the class and what you will be doing, not parent-teacher conferences.
Kind of happens. Well, that explains a lot. Then, why am I always grounded after back to school night? Never makes sense. Speaking of a lot, Sid will explain Hispanic Heritage Month in this week's What Is That?
What is that?
What is that?
What is that?
Let's find out.
What is that?
Hey everyone, it's me, Sid again, back with another episode of What Is That? What's the date? September 16th? That means yesterday was the start of a new month. Yes, a new month. This is known as National Hispanic Heritage Month, starting from September 15th to, you guessed it, a whole month from then, October 15th. We have this month in order to celebrate and commemorate how Hispanic communities have influenced and contributed to the American society. It started in 1968 simply as a one-week celebration, but is now recognized as an entire month. The reason for the odd start of the month is because that is when specific Latin American countries celebrate their independence days, specifically Costa Rica, El Salvador, Guatemala, Honduras, Nicaragua, and Mexico on the 16th, and Chile on the 18th. Did you know that the United States is number 2 in the ranking of Hispanic population in the whole world, with a whopping 52.6 million as of 2019? This is why it is important to celebrate this month, and now you know. Now back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Sid. Skull and Bones just announced their annual fall play. The club will be performing She Kills Monsters Young Adventurers Edition. Auditions are this upcoming Monday, and you can sign up on the Skull and Bones Google Classroom. The show will take place this November, and I can't wait to see what the final product looks like.
Senior picture retakes are on September 19th and 20th. This is the last chance for seniors to take their retakes of their senior pictures. You can sign up online through the email sent earlier this year to sign up for retakes. Remember to bring your formal wear for senior pictures.
Hannah, what's one place you don't need formal wear at all?
Smashburger.
It's Smashburger. Yep, you don't even need to say it. Where BMB held a fundraiser last night to raise money for our trip to the STN convention in California. Our very own Brianna Bullen has more.
Thanks, Sean. I'm here to tell you about the reason why BMB has been fundraising so much over the past few months. Just like athletes have nationals for their sport, this is our form of nationals. This year, we have to get ourselves all the way to Long Beach, California. And it is definitely a long way to go. Many local restaurants have been super generous in helping the Mepham students raise funds over the years. As you can see, it was a great turnout here at Smashburger in Wantagh for BMB. If your group or organization is looking to raise money for a cause this year, Smashburger donates 20% of all sales back to the organization, so it is a great local business to work with. From BMB, I'm Bree Bolin. Now back to you guys in the studio.
And that's some great advice for other groups looking to raise money this year. Monday, there's the District College Fair online at Nova, where you can talk live with admissions representatives from colleges. This is a great chance for students to learn more about colleges and to help them choose what schools they want to go to. To learn a bit more about the College Fair, Riley Freed sat down with Mepham counselor Mrs. Murray in this week's Around Campus.
Hi, I'm Riley Freed, and welcome back to Around Campus. I am thrilled to be joining you once more on the screen today, and I am even more thrilled to be having my first interview of the year with Miss Murray, who is one of the school counselors here at Mepham. How are you doing today, Miss Murray?
I'm doing great. Thanks for asking.
Great. We're really happy to have you on the show today.
Thanks.
So, first and foremost, I am to understand that the reason why you are here for this interview is because you are taking part in the district-wide college fair. What is the college fair?
So every year, our district offers an enormous college fair. It used to be done live, and now it's going to be virtual, where all 3 high schools get involved. All the school counselors will be involved in creating an evening event where students can actually speak to college representatives who will be reading their applications. This year it will be done virtually.
Wow, that sounds like an incredible opportunity for a lot of the students. Now, who exactly should attend from the student body, and what should they expect going into it?
Well, an email was sent home by all the directors of guidance, so juniors and seniors specifically should attend because, of course, juniors can gain information about possible college choices kind of ahead of the game, and most importantly, seniors should attend because they'll have the opportunity to speak directly to the admissions reps who will be reading their application because the virtual fair will be held by the actual Long Island reps for each of the colleges. So it's a great opportunity, especially for seniors, to ask specific colleges their specific questions as far as test optional, scholarship opportunities, sporting events, clubs. They have a one-on-one opportunity with the reps who have all that information.
I actually didn't know that. I didn't know about the admissions officers being. Now, finally, you said that it was virtual. Are there any advantages to it being virtual? Are there any downsides? And do you expect it to be in person anytime soon?
Well, of course, the hope is to be in person, just like we are here at school. Everybody seems to be thriving in person, and we've missed that. So possibly next year it likely will be, I'm hoping. But again, the advantages of being maybe in your pajamas or being comfortable in your home, asking questions, and your parents can be there too. And I would urge that, of course, the reps want to speak to the students, not so much the parents. But when you're home, you can be comfortable and sit there and have the opportunity to speak to the reps and in the quiet of your own bedroom, but just either way, you're comfortable, so that might make it easier for you to even have those conversations if you have any nerves. I think you'll be comfortable being at home or somewhere where you're on your own as opposed to a big room, no lines to wait on, it's not a big auditorium, and it's not crowded, you don't have to worry about parking. So lots of advantages to the virtual aspect.
Right, of course. Well, thank you so much for joining us on the show today, Miss Murray.
My pleasure. And make sure you go to that fair, attend that fair.
Of course. I'm Riley Freed. Back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Riley. I know I'll be logging on. The more colleges I visit, the more questions I have.
I know I have questions about the brand new club here at Mepham, the Paw Patrol Club, not the TV show though.
You can't do that. No, you got me so excited for no reason. I was gonna say my line, Chase is on the case. No, I can't. No. Explain the club, go.
If you love animals and want to help your community, volunteer and fundraise for local animal shelters. If so, this is the club for you. If you're interested in joining, the first meeting for the club will be held on Thursday, September 22nd at 2:30 in room 216.
Hopefully Chase is in attendance. The Mepham soccer team was looking to make a lot of noise this season, and they're kicking off the season with the fall auction fundraiser. See what I did there? Funny. On Saturday at the Newbridge Inn at 7 p.m. You can buy raffle tickets to win items at the show, and you can buy tickets from Mepham soccer team members.
One person I'm sure will be at this event is Finnegan Corkindulin, BMB's very own soccer expert. Take it away, Finn.
Oh! It's good! With the Cuccinella to the house!
Hi, I'm Finn Corkindulin with another week around Mepham Sports. It's good to be back. First off, your Mepham varsity boys football team will go on to face a tough MacArthur team in their first home game of the season. Following Wednesday's sweep against Sewanee, the boys volleyball team is back in action today as they will make a trip to Plain Edge to take on the Red Devils, and your boys will be trying to get their second win of the season. Last night, the girls volleyball team was back in action against Wantagh. They will then travel to Merrick to play a very talented Calhoun team on Monday. Next, your Mepham girls soccer team took on Garden City last night on the road. Onto your Mepham boys varsity soccer team, where they won against Wantagh in a thrilling game where my teammate Manny Garcia scored a brace and the boys won 4-1. The boys will be on the road against a tough opponent in MacArthur. The Bellmore-Merrick Lady Sharks beat Great Neck South 95-81 on Wednesday. Well, that is all I got. I'm Finn Corcoran-Doolin, and back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Finn, and congrats on the big win.
It was great to be back in the booth covering the game. If you missed even a minute of the action from Wednesday's game, you can see it all on BMB YouTube, along with next Saturday's in-district rivalry football game when they take on the Colts of Calhoun.
While we wait for that game, we don't need to wait for the master of the thesaurus himself. Here's Cumulonimbus Charles with this weekend's weather report.
First try.
Yep.
Wow, you actually decided to tune back in this week. You listen, I'm impressed. Just as impressed as I am with this weekend's weather. Today is a typical Friday day. A low of 57 degrees, a high of 74 degrees, and precisely the right amount of sun. Tomorrow is tomorrow. And that tomorrow brings numerous clouds into the mix, a low temp of 64 degrees, and a high of 76. Sunday, on the other hand, is rather ghoulish. Sunday is looking like a ghoul, sounding like a ghoul, and smelling like a ghoul. I mean, doesn't everybody think the low of 66 and high of 80 are at least a little frightening? So, yeah, that wraps things up. I've been Cumulonimbus Charles, and this has been your weekend weather. Stay ghoulish, Mepham.
Thanks, Charles. You know, Sean, as much as I complain, I think I'm going to miss seeing Charles' weekend weather reports every week.
You know, Hannah, I will too, because there's just nothing else quite like his weather reports in this world. In a way, it just feels like a Mepham tradition. Well, this wraps up this week's morning announcements for Friday, September 16th.
Have a great day, Mepham.
I'm gonna go watch Chase on Paw Patrol now.
Have fun with that.
Season 3, episode 16, even if it doesn't exist.
Probably not, but you have fun with that anyway.